Well, hello everybody. I I don't know. Decided to talk while I start setting up a program. This is for like a redshift program. There's a individual. Well, there's a lot of individuals who want to disprove relativity, but I'm setting up a program to do some calculations around it, and comparing it to what they think is the cause for the redshift. And I probably won't even run the program because I probably won't have everything done. But I'm looking up some formulas for relativity earlier today. Well, what gravitational redshift is you have a planet or star down here, and the gravity will kind of push down on, not push down, but take some of the energy out of the light and turn it slightly redder. The more massive the object, the more redshift it gets. Like the Earth, it's, what is it, 0.5 parts per billion. So, and with a star about the size of the sun, it's about 2 parts per million. The Earth would come out to about 3.3 times 10 to the negative 10 meters and change the wavelength. Can't remember for the star, but like there are certain super heavy stars like white dwarfs that would distort it even more. But there are some people who are saying, well, since they haven't got an accurate measurement of the redshift, these stars aren't as massive. It's just a very fine thing to detect. It's hard to detect, but I think most of the activity today for skeptical news was yesterday. Alex Jones, which is probably one of the worst. He's one of these guys who makes up stuff. He doesn't care what he's saying. He's just doing it to get attention to sell vitamin powder. Or that's basically. And so I don't know if it's I don't know what libraries are in this version of C++, but I do need math. But he had a debate on there with a flat earther, and Alex Jones even stood up and said, "Well, I've seen this and this and this through a telescope," and the flat earther had nothing much to say about it. So anyway, it was one of the first few times in life that you have to agree with Alex Jones. He's the kind of, if you remember Sandy Hook years ago, he said that the parents were actors. And sorry if I'm a little distracted. I'm looking up in books how to set this up. I just double checking things, but he said they were actors, and last year they actually got an award over $1 billion that's probably going to be downgraded if it hasn't already been downgraded. But because of the drama he caused and what people didn't need in their lives. But I think that stirred up the flat Earth and anti-flat Earth groups online. I think I got a little bit in, but and I'm probably completely wrong here because I'm just learning how to use this new editor or system, Visual Studio. I for a while I was using code blocks, but it doesn't. Well, the compiler doesn't work in this version of Windows 11. So tried this. I don't really know if I have much really to say, but I don't really want to talk about how I messed something up, but I thought I was going to get a payment, and I realized I didn't put in the paperwork soon enough to get the payment. Now I may have to wait a couple months before the payment comes out again. But my grandfather was a bit of a scrap dealer or salvager, and there's plenty of scrap that I have piled up, probably a couple tons, probably worth a few bucks, and there's some old bottles from some other things. I'm washing them up and probably sell them for $10 a piece locally, but I've checked on like Etsy and eBay, and they're going for $20-$30 a piece, so $10 is not completely off. But I was also seeing, I work for an auction company, and I also bought a couple of bottles for $2.50, but we'll see what that happens. But yes, it's just a bunch of, I apply for jobs, but I don't get them, or don't even hear back from them, so that I guess I got a weird skill set anyway, but is that the okay, open. I guess that's probably it for now. There's kind of a joke about the Iron Man bit, but so sometimes it's a little annoying. Some of the programs do some autofill stuff, and you're not thinking about the autofill, so you have to go back and correct it. I don't know if I feel like talking about what I'm setting up here. It's not going to be that interesting to watch. And right now I want to listen to the Skeptic's Guide, so I think that's going to be it for now. I don't think this was very entertaining, but maybe somebody can tell me why my programs are not working because of the libraries I'm including, if I'm including the right libraries. But I hope you have a good day. Goodbye. And thank you for listening if you listened. Bye.